What you're watching and a part of will be called a little speech right now about Mr. Wayne Newton, who is probably the greatest entertainer this town ever produced. And I could never thank him enough for all he's done for us, and I'll talk about him a little bit later on. But for now, what I'd like to do is every once in a while, life gets in the way of a show, and it becomes real. And what we do is nice, and what we get to do is a dream come true. But there are people that are dealing with life. And this is one of those moments where I'd like to acknowledge a couple of very special people in the house and tell a quick story first. So basically what happened was about 5 or 6 years ago, we were playing in a town called Windber, Pennsylvania. And a woman came up to me at the end of the night and she said, "I really need to bother you with a special favor." And I said, "What's that?" She said, "Would you go say hello to my friend? She's sitting in the stairwell." Which I thought was kind of odd, and I said, "You know, why? Is she okay?" They said, "Well, just go, you'll see." So I go in the stairwell and this woman is slumped over. And I said to her, "Are you okay?" And she said, "I wanted to say goodbye to you personally and see you one last time." And I said, "Well, what does that mean?" And she said, "Well, I'm suffering from cancer, and I just refuse to do any more chemo treatments. They're killing me. I can't stand them. It's what it's doing to my family, and I'm done." And what I said to her is nothing any one of you would have said. I said nothing out of the ordinary. I looked at her and I said, "Now think about this. If you stop your treatments, you know what's going to happen." I said, "But if you continue your treatments, you don't know what's going to happen. So do me a favor, go get your treatments. I would love to see you here next year." And with that, I left. And a year went by, and we wound up playing there a year later. And I got a phone call from the local oncologist in town, and he said to me, "Do you remember a story about a year ago talking to a woman in the stairwell?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I vaguely remember she was sick, and we were just talking." He said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, just so you know, she didn't want to continue her treatments, and after she spoke to you, she came in on Monday, told me what happened, continued her treatments, and I am proud to say she is cancer-free." And so what winds up happening is that gets out to a local newspaper from the town. The town put a story out, and it was one of those things where I just kind of stopped and told the boys, "This is what it's about. This is real life." And the woman came with her doctor, and for 5 minutes they gave her a standing ovation. It was probably the greatest moment that this band has ever seen. And it was just one of those moments where you really get to realize what it's about. And my arm, which I can't pull my sleeves up all the way, I've got about 40 bracelets. As a result of that story, I've got 40 survivors now that I follow. And I write them all the time, and they write them all the time. And it's become a passion of mine. And tonight, sitting in the house, my newest survivor is here tonight. I got my bracelet right there. And you're right there. We want to welcome you to Bally's in Las Vegas. And all the guys in the band, show your wrists. They're all wearing your band. And Mom, happy birthday. It's your birthday. And so on your way out tonight, all of you will be made aware of her plight and what she's up against and what she's been through. She was misdiagnosed with a very rare form of bone cancer, and she's been battling it. Her bones have been breaking, and she's been battling like crazy, and we don't know if she's cured, but she is back, she is walking, and she is doing her thing, and we are so thrilled. So be sure and say hello to her tonight, and thank you so much for that. And so this show is all about dreams coming true.